Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to a football universe where legends never retired and where legendary clubs are restored to glory. This is not a normal career mode. This is a full season journey powered by mods, where age doesn't matter and legends return in their absolute prime. We call it Legacy Mode. From legendary players and managers to classic kits, balls, boots, and more. To keep the leagues competitive and fair, we didn't stack one or two super teams. Instead, we reunited some legends with the clubs that shaped them, where their stories began, or where they left a lasting mark, or where they just played at some point in their careers. Almost every match and every squad is stacked with history, and in the middle of it all, Manchester United. This is a season we take control over United under one of the greatest managers, Sir Alex Ferguson, reunited with some of his most trusted players. Let's start in goal. The number one is the big Dutchman, Edwin van der Sar. Calm, commanding, and one of the most reliable goalkeepers of his generation. Backing him up is Fabian Barthez. Not as tall, but explosive, unpredictable, and never afraid of a big moment. As the third goalkeeper, we have Senne Lamens, a young Belgian keeper with plenty of potential. At the back, on the left side, the Frenchman Patrice Evra. Leadership, energy, and consistency. Next, Luke Shaw, offering balance and quality from the modern era. There's youth coming through as well with Harry Amas and Aiden Heaven, two promising prospects for the future. In the heart of defense, one of the greatest English defenders of all time, Rio Ferdinand. Alongside him, a fearless Serbian icon, Nemanja Vidic. Modern steel is added with Matthias de Ligt and Lisandro Martinez, both bringing aggression and composure. On the right, another club legend, Gary Neville, one of Sir Alex's most consistent and reliable players. There's a versatility as well with Antonio Valencia, who transitioned from a winger to a dependable fullback, along with Diogo Dalot and Nusayr Mazraoui, adding pace and flexibility on both sides. In the midfield, starting with reliability and discipline, Darren Fletcher, another young prospect, Toby Collier. Next come icons, Ryan Giggs, a man who played 672 games and spent his entire career at United. Roy Keane, arguably the most iconic captain in club history. Paul Scholes, who retired, later came back and helped deliver United's final Premier League title under Sir Alex. There's also a personal favorite brought back into the mix, Scott McTominay, along with one of the hardest working players of the Ferguson era, Ji-Sung Park. Speaking of hardworking players, we also have the Czech football legend Karel Poborský. Then we have a young and promising Kobe Mainu, who despite his young age brings calmness in the middle of the park. Next is Bruno Fernandes, one of the most talented and consistent players of the modern era. And rounding out the midfielders, we have another United legend, David Beckham, back where it all started at United. Out wide and in attack, leading the way is Cristiano Ronaldo, back in his glorious United days when he was fearless, explosive, and impossible to stop. Alongside him is fellow Portuguese winger Nani, who brings some extra flair. Then we have Marcus Rashford bringing his pace and raw talent and creativity in Amad Diallo. Another young prospect, Chida Obi. Next we have the ultimate super sub, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a true United specialist coming off the bench. Alongside him, the silky smooth Bulgarian Dimitar Berbatov. Next, one of the most clinical finishers, Javier Chicharito Hernandez. And finally, the all-time leading scorer, Wayne Rooney, the teenager who arrived with impossible expectations and somehow exceeded them all. The heartbeat of Manchester United, back where he belongs. As you can see, the players are wearing the iconic 2007 kits. Throughout the season, we'll be bringing back a variety of classic retro kits. We've also upgraded the cup competitions by adding teams full of icons and legends, elevating the overall quality and setting up more exciting matchups. We've disabled the first transfer window as a lot of movement already happened while setting up this league. We're still setting up the scouting network to keep an eye on players available for transfers. With so many big names reunited with their former clubs, the next transfer window could be very interesting. Now let's take a look at our preseason. We're going to face Real Madrid, Atalanta, and Inter Milan. Even though it's only preseason, there is still plenty worth seeing, so let's take a look at some quick highlights from these games before we officially start a new season. It may be an exhibition on paper, but judging by these lineups, neither side is here just to stretch their legs. For this opening preseason clash, both sides step onto the pitch in classic throwback kits from the 2015 season. Real Madrid line up in their iconic home strip, while Manchester United go for their third kit from the same year. Wayne Rooney is going to kick off this preseason. And we're underway. Guti feeds Bellingham. He slips by Evra with a clever touch. Evra goes to the ground but can't quite get there. Bellingham squares it to Modric, but Ryan Giggs chucks all the way back and gets in the way. Excellent recovery from Giggs. Cross floats the ball in the box, and Ramos' header crashes off the post, and Roy Keane clears it. United respond with the quality of their own. Cristiano Ronaldo plays a clever 1-2 with Giggs. He sends the cross in. Rooney! And he opens the score! He gets in front of Marcelo and heads it into the corner. Perfect placement, no chance for Casillas. Vidic, a risky pass, and it was intercepted by Raul. And he shoots! Raul goes for power and sends it wide. Bellingham and Raul exchange passes at the edge of the box. Raul pulls the trigger from a distance. What a finish! This time it's all about technique. Van der Sar and all 6'6" of him can't get there. Real Madrid are level. Short pass to Guti. Cross comes in. Sergio Ramos again! Another towering header, but this time the post can't save United. And Real Madrid turn it around. Changes on both sides as we move into the second half. Dimitar Berbatov on for Paul Scholes. And for Real Madrid, Federico Valverde replaces Toni Kroos. And the captain, Roy Keane, makes way for Bruno Fernandes. Giggs to Bruno. He finds Berbatov. And it's in! And the substitutes combine immediately. Bruno Fernandes with a perfectly timed ball to set Berbatov clear. And he finishes calmly into the bottom corner. And that will do it. A high-quality preseason opener ends all square. Next preseason game, Atalanta. The fans are ready to go. And here's how both sides line up for this one. For the second game of the tournament, Sir Alex makes several changes, but keeping the intensity high. And the retro theme continues. United in their classic 2015 home kit, and Atalanta in their 2024 strip. And United get us underway. Marcus Rashford with a delicate lob to Bruno, a beautifully controlled header to set up Manu, and an early test for Rui Patricio in goal. Bruno swings in a corner. Ji-Sun Park arrives and he shoots! And Rui Patricio is called into action again. Sharp reflexes to keep Atalanta level. Dalot to Rashford. United break on a counter. Bruno releases Nani. The shot comes in, and again Rui Patricio punches it clear. Berbatov recovers the ball, lays it off to Dalot. He sends the ball in, and Bruno Fernandes! A beautiful header from the skipper. On mark, in the box, and he heads it home. And Manchester United take the lead. As the game moves into the final stages, United make double change. Dalot and Rashford make way. Hernandez and Mazraoui come on. Maldini to Lookman. He crosses it in. Højlund! And he equalizes with 5 minutes to go. Daniele Maldini takes a short corner with Lookman. As the ball comes in, Højlund finds space in the box and powers it past Barthez. Another counter-attack from Atalanta. Maldini with a through ball to Lookman. And he smashes it home. Atalanta turn it around with only 3 minutes to go. Maldini with a perfectly weighted ball between De Ligt and Mazraoui. Bartes can't stop it. Now we're deep in stoppage time. Atalanta fans are calling for the whistle. Bartes sends it long. Berbatov rises and heads it down to Hernandez. Gets around the defense. Chicharito! And he puts it away! 3 goals in the final 5 minutes. What a finish! Javier Chicharito Hernandez levels it for United. And now the referee blows the whistle. For the second match in a row, United take the lead, fall behind, and find a late equalizer. Next up, Inter Milan. For the final game of the preseason tournament, both teams roll out powerful lineups, looking to close this preseason in style. Manchester United line up in their classic 1996 away kit, while Inter Milan wear their iconic 1997 third kit. And El Fenomeno himself is going to get us underway. And here we go. Beckham to Cristiano Ronaldo. He slips by Materazzi. Maicon can't stop him, but Julio Cesar can. Beckham steps up to take the corner. Curls it in. Cristiano! The delivery was perfect, but Cristiano was denied by the post. Schneider to Ronaldo. Thierry's blocking Ferdinand. Ronaldo! Both Ronaldos are knocking on the door. Now Beckham's going to take another corner. He curls it in and Vidic! And he puts it away. A powerful header by Nemanja Vidic, and United take the lead. Inter push forward again. Figo gets past Keane. Finds Ronaldo! Once again, Van der Sar comes to the rescue. Ronaldo didn't place it well, but full credit to Van der Sar's lightning reflexes. This time Wesley Sneijder's going to take the corner. He sends it in, Figo with the header. Comfortable for the keeper this time. Time is running out for Inter, just 5 minutes to find the equalizer. Roberto Carlos sends it long towards the box. He finds Ronaldo! What a first touch. He slips past the defenders, and before it even hits the ground, he fires it into the bottom corner. Roberto Carlos spots the run early. The delivery is perfect. But watch Ronaldo's first touch. He kills the ball instantly, takes both defenders out of the game. He never lets it drop and sends it home. Inter are level. We are in stoppage time now. Roy Keane to David Beckham. He's looking for Solskjaer. He lets it go, and Cristiano! And Cristiano Ronaldo puts it away! And Manchester United do finish their preseason in style. A clever play by the Norwegian to let the ball go. And Cristiano took care of the rest. Now we're just waiting for the final whistle. And there it is. The tournament ends without a trophy for United, but the performances offered a lot of excitement going into the new season. The season officially kicks off with the Community Shield against Manchester City, but we'll save that for the next episode. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.